Who is Mark St. John, the guitar player from the Animalize record from Kiss? Who is Mark St. John? Do we know him? We don't know who the hell he is. So join me on this journey. Mark St. John investigation. We're getting to the bottom of who the hell he was. Cue the music. I want to investigate all night. YouTube says I got to do flashier things. Guys, we are here. I love Wikipedia. I love reading articles, just random shit all the time. And I said, you know what? I want to share this with all of you. Mark St. John. What do we know about him? Guy was in Kiss for one record, Animalize. He only played 2.5 shows, I'm learning. Literally 2.5 shows, because he got Bruce Kulick in there. But, you know, all I really ever knew about Mark St. John was, he was a guy that got arthritis in his hands, and Kiss said, oh, dear, Gene, the poor boy has arthritis. We got to do something to help him out. Oh, yeah. You know, and then he was gone. They said, well, we wish you all the best. Well, it turns out maybe he was just a bit feistier, a bit more unnerving to the rest of the band, especially kind of Eric Carr is what's interesting. So what we're going to do is hopefully if this goes the way I want it to, I'm going to embellish everything with some pictures, extra pictures and stuff. And we're going to go through this article right here, and you're going to learn a little bit about Mark St. John. Born Mark Leslie Norton, February 7th, 1956. And he lived to be April 5th, 2007. He's dead. He died. And that's all kind of interesting stuff as well. Better known as Mark St. John was an American guitarist best known for his brief stint in the rock band Kiss from April to November of 1984. April, November, December. You know, that's not very long. His work can be heard on the band's 1984 Animalize and their 2023 live album, Off the Soundboard, Poughkeepsie Hook in New York. He played 2 shows, so that would have been the one that he was on out of the 2.5 shows he played. After leaving Kiss, he co-founded the band White Tiger. Now, guys, I tried to hunt down some White Tiger, and there's 1,000 White Tigers. Look at this. This, that one, that one. There's a lot of dudes that should be pissed off at because White Tiger over here is stealing White Tiger, and he says, hold on, pal. And he says, what you talking about, man? I'm the White Tiger. It just keeps going. This guy goes, Sky, I'm going to be White Tiger WT. I'll be Sky White Tiger. I mean, so needless to say, there wasn't any of his stuff there that I could see. Short-lived glam band from the United States, founded by former Kiss Mark St. John, which split up in 1988. Group also included former Black Sabbath member David Donato. Was he ever in Black Sabbath? As well as bassist Michael Norton and drummer Brian James Fox. Good name. We talk about the 3 names. This usually ends up being serial killers, but they recorded only 2 albums. So, you know, I don't know what to do about that. Well, let's go on. Let's keep moving on. After leaving Kiss, he co-founded the band White Tiger. St. John died suddenly under murky circumstances in early April 2007, several months after being badly beaten during a brief stay in the Orange County Jail. And I said, come again? What? So let's get into it. Pre-Kiss, this is his pre-Kiss. It's what you do, you know, after you kiss, you pre-kiss. Prior to joining Kiss in 1984, St. John worked as a teacher and played guitar in a Southern California cover band called Front Page. Have you heard the news on the front page? Kiss. So this is his Kiss now. See, we've done pre-Kiss. You know, when you've gotten to the you know, you've warmed up, you've done the hugging and the kissing and everything else, and you're to the point, and you do the pre-kiss. Now it's time for the kiss. Guitar maker Grover Jackson helped St. John get in touch with Paul Stanley in early 1984. He was selected as Kiss's new lead guitarist after an audition, and he subsequently signed a 5-year contract with the band. Oh, yeah. He says, we're going to pay you about $30,000 a year. How's that sound to you? Oh, yeah. Subsequently signed a 5-year contract to the band, replacing Mr. Vinnie Vincent, who was on the Lick It Up record. St. John would ultimately be with Kiss for only 7 months, with his work being featured on the 1984 Animalize record, the second album of Kiss post-makeup era. St. John's only video appearance with Kiss was in the video for the hit single Heaven's on Fire. And I don't think he's even seen very much there, right? Another thing I noticed about Mark St. John, in every image that you can find of Mark St. John, where he's holding a guitar, he's doing this thing where he splays his fingers across the neck as if to go. If I wanted to, I could hit fret 2 and fret 9, because that's my stretch that I can do. Look it up, Google. Just get up there and Google and look up, Mark St. John rocking the guitar. You'll see that. Okay, anyways. During the mid-1984 recording sessions for Animalize, St. John clashed with his new bandmates frequently. Drummer Eric Carr, and we love him to death, said later that as soon as he joined the band, we knew that that there was a problem. Yep. Even before he had played his first live show with Kiss, the guitarist was overqualified, according to Carr, and his talent caused him to behave arrogantly in the studio. Gene Simmons, we get all into the Animalize stuff. There he is. Oh, I can do that too, but I'm probably in the way of it right now, I think. Gene Simmons had asked St. John to record a bass part. Gene, come on, man. He asked him to play a bass part, and Carr later remarked to him that he thought one of the notes sounded wrong. St. John's furious reaction left Simmons extremely unimpressed. He said, I am unimpressed. And Carr wanted to kill Mark. He says, let me at him. Let me at him. Wasn't he a tiny little fellow, that Eric Carr? Let me at him. She says, oh no, you stay back. Stay back. Get at him. Extremely unimpressed with Carr. Carr wanted to kill him. Following the incident, Simmons and Stanley took St. John aside. We got to take him aside, Gene. We got to talk to him a little bit about stuff. Following the outbursts, and they took him aside following the outbursts, made it clear that such behavior would not be tolerated. Stanley said, Additionally, they had tremendous difficulty writing and recording guitar solos for Animalize, with St. John often being unable to play the same thing twice if a second take was required. He also said that he had to re-record sections of St. John's solos himself to make them, I got to make them work better. I got to make them work better with the framework of the songs. Kiss issued a press release stating that St. John had developed severe reactive arthritis and was unable to play guitar. Bruce Kulick would serve as his temporary replacement for the opening European leg of the Animalize World Tour. I always wondered that. Didn't you always wonder every time you saw any pictures of Animalize, it was never it was never Mark St. John. It was always Bruce Kulick. They made him put on the furs. Paul said, we're going to make sure we got a nice little zebra boots for you, and you're going to have like leopard skins to wear. Bruce Kulick, the Animalize tour. St. John rejoined shortly after the band returned to America. It was at this point that he was instructed to watch the shows. You got to watch the shows and learn the dynamics of the Animalize live show in order for Stanley and Simmons to be able to smoothly insert him into the shows. St. John made his live debut with Kiss on November 27, 1984 in Baltimore. Hey, Baltimore, Maryland. Kulick played the first 5 songs of the show, with St. John later taking the stage to play 5 songs, with Kulick then returning to finish the show. St. John and Kulick appeared together at the end of the show, bowing with the rest of the band. The following day, St. John played his first full show. So that's the 28th of November, 1984, in Poughkeepsie, New York. And that's where that album came from. Don't you remember what we was talking about that album? This show was later released as a Kiss Off the Soundboard live album in April of 2023. Finally, on November 29th. That's 3 days, guys. So far he's played one show and a half. Not even a half, 5 songs. On November 29, 1984, St. John played his final full concert with Kiss in Binghamton, New York. Following these shows, it quickly became apparent that Kulick was more natural fit for Kiss for Kiss than was St. John. As a result, he was let go on December 7, 1984, after a Kiss concert in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Kulick was announced as Kiss's new permanent lead guitar player. I never felt so alive around that guy. Then treat him better, Paul. St. John later confessed that his medical condition had been a cover story, saying the arthritis thing was really a cover-up for the other reasons. You know what I'm trying to say? Gene Simmons and Paul says, you know what I'm trying to say? St. John is the only member of Kiss not to appear on any album front cover, as the Animalize cover features only a tapestry of animal print skins. And I think they even tried to market them, didn't they? Bandanas or something. However, he is posing with the rest of the band on the back of the album after Kiss. This is just the quick bit about. Let's learn a little bit about it. Okay, in January 1985, St. John teamed up with vocalist David Donato, and apparently he was in Black Sabbath. That doesn't ring a bell to me. And drummer Barry Brandt of Angel to work on developing some demo ideas. By March, he was playing live again, appearing at an all-star jam session at the FM station club. The lineup included Rudy Sarzo and Tommy Aldridge. Rudy Sarzo is everywhere. He is all things on everything at any time, always. And the delightful Tommy Aldridge, Kiss Revolution, April, May. There's Tommy. Boy, that son of a gun. He's got big hair and big dreams and big drums. Let's see Rudy. Rudy, how I love you. Lick that bass, Rudy. Lick that bass. Anyways, some of the musicians play along. St. John included the Steve Hook Band, Stu Nevitt. All these people, no, I don't know. Supertramp, I know that. Count Basie. St. John and Donato soon formed White Tiger. We're going to get all through that. St. John made a demo in 1990 with the fellow former member Peter Criss. This band, known as The Keep, really became what was essentially White Tiger, with Criss replacing Brian Fox on drums and Dave Donato replacing original vocalist Dave McIndoll. See, aren't you glad we just got right down to the meaty bits? We didn't read all the White Tiger stuff. This lineup performed live just once on May 2nd, 1990, at a drum clinic at the Guitar Center Music Store in Lawndale, California. That was the big gig. When the band started shopping the demo, credited as Peter Criss, around the response was universally negative. One cassette demo to circulate simply featured Love for Sale. Love for sale. Living love for sale. Well, see this down here, declining health? Wait till we get to that. And then we can get out of here. Won't you be so happy? don't make me feel like that, okay? Just watch my videos, please. When the band shopping the demo as credited as Peter Criss, because they wanted to use that name around it was pretty negative. One cassette demo to circulate simply had "Love for Sale," "Long Time," and "All Night Long." All night. They had also a covered Lee Michaels 1971 hit, "Do You Know What I Mean?" Is that? Oh, do you know what I mean? Is that it? And had other originals material such as "Between the Lines." By early 1991, the difficulty shopping the demo, and St. John needed to get on with making a living. I need to make a living. I thought we could do it off Peter Criss's name. We can't. St. John needed to get out with making a living. Led to friction between Criss and him. Yeah, Criss don't need to go make no living. He's got a dirty living. Easy living, dirty living. And he left the band, which eventually became Criss. He was in a short-lived band with Phil Narrow called the Mark St. John Project that released a limited edition EP in 1999, and he also made an appearance at the KISS Expo in New Jersey. He later released an all-instrumental CD in 2003 called Magic Bullet Theories, which would be his final record material released in this time. In later years, St. John did not make any public appearances. In 2023, KISS announced they would release the only known full live show recorded featuring St. John as part of their Off the Soundboard series of live albums. The show was recorded on November 28, 1984. At the Mid-Hudson Civic Center. Great name for a place. And that's Poughkeepsie. You know what that is? That's where they found them Poughkeepsie tapes. Declining health and death. Oh, I need to drink something first, you guys. If he passed on over a needless, senseless thing, over a single item, I don't know. Here we go. Are you ready? Are you with me? Are you hanging? Are you chilling? Beginning on September 14, 2006, St. John was incarcerated for several days at the Theo Lacey jail. And I love the sound of that, Theo Lacey. That sounds like, oh, is that some kind of massage place or something, like some kind of retreat, the Theo Lacey? It's not like, San Quentin or something, It's got a nice name to it. Theo Lacey in Orange County, California. Being charged with possession of unspecified drug paraphernalia, attempted destruction of evidence, and resisting arrest. So what happened there was he had something on him, and he was taking a big old patoot off it, or whatever he was up to. And then a cop said, "Hey, you over there, what are you doing?" And he went, "Oh, and he tried to, that's getting rid of the evidence. He threw it in the bushes or whatever. And he said, "You better get over here, pal." And that's the abetting. That's the getting away from the police. Does that make any sense? He was charged with possession of unspecified drug paraphernalia. So that was the sweet tootie pipe that he had goodies in. Attempted destruction of that, trying to get rid of it, and resisting arrest when he did the run to get away from the police. He was initially housed at a facility in the D Barracks, a medium security dormitory for nonviolent offenders. He was later moved to the F West Barracks. Not the F West Barracks. After telling guards he had stolen crackers. Dude, he stole somebody's crackers. You know that guy that's always out pumping 87, 88, 89, he's out there in the fucking yard, punching the bag, bang, the bang, the bang. And this guy goes over and steals his crackers? Moved to the F Wing Barracks after guards had, wait a minute, hold on, where are we at? I'm at dormitory through the F West Barracks after telling guards he had stolen someone's crackers from another inmate's property box. Bitch, you ain't ever get in my property box, you dig? It has the word property on it. Property box, and was in fear of his safety. A guard allegedly conspired with a group of inmates to have St. John assaulted for this. Can you believe this guy took his crackers? Yeah, man, I tell you what, you guys should really beat the shit out of you for that. You know, the guard conspired with a group of inmates to have St. John assaulted for the transgression, and subsequently St. John was brutally beaten and stabbed with a pencil. This is what you get when you steal my fucking crackers, pal. You know. By a group of up to 20 inmates. Keep to yourself. Keep your head down. Don't talk. Don't do anything. Keep your head down and don't steal the crackers. Whoever's crackers he stole, I'm telling you right now, was the king bee. Because if you got 20 inmates that are whooping on you over a thing of crackers, then you got the big guy's crackers. You didn't get some little, rugrat that was just in there. The guard was later placed on paid leave pending an investigation into this and other violent incidents inside that jail. In an interview with the OC Weekly, a fellow inmate described St. John's encounter. He got caught stealing something. I guess he did that somewhere else in jail, but we found out about it somehow. This Kiss guy got beat up pretty bad. And, thanks to him knowing Kiss and all that, it made it worse. Wait a minute. You're telling me this fucking guy is the guitar player that's only on that one album? Is he the same guy that only did 2.5 shows with Kiss? Oh, he's getting a beating. He is getting... His girlfriend, who said he was unrecognizable after the vicious beating, believed the incident was directly responsible for his untimely death several months later. A couple of days before the beating, St. John told her that he had snitched on a drug dealer several years earlier, and he believed he was certain to be attacked if this became known by the other inmates. So maybe it was a little more than the crackers. He snitched. For the next several months after leaving Theo Lacey jail, St. John suffered severe headaches and body aches, and many times told his girlfriend that the chronic ailments were absolutely the result of the beating at Theo Lacey. Why didn't you go to the doctor, buddy? Well, it is not known what medical attention he received inside the jail. After his release, he refused to see a doctor due to having no medical insurance. And thus, his health deteriorated. St. John died on April 5th, 2007 due to what the coroner described as a brain hemorrhage brought on by an accidental overdose of methamphetamine. I feel like there should be some violins or something right now. Friends claim that St. John was never the same after the beating and would not discuss his brief time at Theo Lacey jail. Another friend stated that St. John fell deep into a depression and drug addiction after being released, selling his stage outfits and mowing lawns and doing roofing to afford a drug habit that spiraled out of control. My heavens to Betsy. What you gonna do? You gotta take care of yourself. You can't be going around and doing that shit. You can't be doing them damn drugs. That's what happens to you. It starts with the smoking it, and then the cop sees, and then you're in Theo Lacey jail, And you already snitched a few years ago on that, on, you know, the main man outside, the guy that, you know, that's in control of 5 boroughs. Get down there and tell me what you think. And I would love for you to get in the comments. I'd love for you to subscribe to the channel. I'd love for you to get in the comments with some other fine characters that we could investigate even further. Mark St. John, you know, wow. Well, yeah. Whoa, I look at you and you stole my crackers. You're gonna get it tonight.